All right, we are live on YouTube. Good evening, everybody. Tonight we are going to talk about, do we need a break? The importance of taking some rest. And I have my talkers here, Pedrito, Kelvin, and Walzin. And we have 10 questions to guide our conversation. And the first question, please, Kelvin, introduce yourself and tell us what this, hold on a second, wait a minute. Okay, introduce yourself and tell us, do you think taking breaks is important?
Course. Yeah, my name's Kelvin Gomes. I am 22 years old. I'm living on Ceará, but I was born in São Paulo, and I'm here in Talk since August, I think. Yeah, past more than 2 months already. Oh my God, so fast. And the first question is, do you think take break is important? I think it's extremely important because I am young. However, I passed for this, uh, stay working and studying for several years. I think it started when I started to working 3 years ago, and I work presential. I study at night, and I keep studying for myself because I want to grow in my career, and I stay in this route in I think more than 2 years. And came a time that I wanted to do nothing. My brain almost frozen, and I think it's time to take a good break. So now I try to make more things and living more because it's only it's working and studying. I acquired great things like I become junior for senior. I finished my graduation. I'm finishing a post graduation. However, uh, we can we can't continue in the same rhythm every time. We need to take a break to rest, to recharge your batteries and enjoy your life. I think is it.
I was talking on mute. Cool, that's great. So it's been 2 months already? Wow. I remember you have been participate of this conversation like often, right? I mean, since the beginning.
Yeah, basically.
Good, good, great. Thanks, Kelvin. Pedrito, what about you? Can you please introduce yourself and tell us if you think that taking breaks is important?
Sure. So my name is Pedrito. I'm living in Santa Maria, Rio Grande do Sul. I have I am 36 years old, and I'm married and I have a daughter. She is 9 years old. I work with IT too, as a DevOps engineer, and I like to go outside to enjoy my free time with my family, my daughter, doing some exercise, take a run outside, and uh, uh, acquiring new knowledge about new techs and other things. Uh, I think is take break is important for sure, in your daily routine and in your uh, in other perspectives too. Like when you try to solve some problem, uh, and you don't realize what can you do, what you can do, yeah, to solve this, and you just take a break, just uh, take some air, talk with some colleague about other things, and the idea just came up. in your mind, just because you change your focus. And for this is good, and for uh, your your thoughts and all things is good. Well,
That's cool. Thanks, my fellow countrymen. Do you know what fellow countrymen means? I never heard that before, but I was translating my conterrâneo, meu conterrâneo. Fellow countrymen. I am from, I
countrymen.
was, yeah, I was born in Rio Grande do Sul, not Santa Maria, but I have visited at least once that region, so that's cool. And okay, so Walzen, please introduce yourself and share your thoughts on the first question.
Okay, my name is Walden. I'm living in Pitangui, Minas Gerais. I'm 50 years old. I'm a web developer and I'm married. I have a daughter with 14. And my free time, I like watching movies and soccer on TV and to go to the gym, make physical exercise. And my break time I use to rest and I to answer the question. This is very important. Breaks for me, for example, because without breaks, I don't live. I'm feel very stressed without breaks, and I always make my time to work. I start working 7 a.m. and I stop 6 p.m. every day. Monday to Friday, my time to work is very important. Time to begin and time to start and time to finish my work day. And my weekends, I try to study about my job, study codes and programming and sometimes English. But in the last 6 months, I have very fault with English, and I feel my vocabulary is is to go on, and my English is not so good nowadays because I don't uh, I don't make I don't make it immersions like that with frequency because my job robs my time every day, robs my energy, and I try to change my life about the my study English because is very important for me.
It's interesting. I mean, your vocabulary is shrinking, you
Yeah,
know?
yes, yes.
It's
I if when you talk, I understand, but when I once talk, words not in my mind and
the
is
the words
difficult.
disappear.
Yeah,
Something like the words are hiding, and
yeah. Because
then you,
English is like a muscle without exercise and atrophy.
yeah. So thanks for that, Walden. As Pedrito has mentioned before, I think sometimes we are trying to solve a problem. We keep dealing with it. We keep spending time and thinking and sometimes running in circles, and then we take a break. Okay, never mind. I'm going to have lunch. I'm going to have to take a walk. I don't know. And all of a sudden, you realize, what if I try this and that? And then you try it out and it works. Or sometimes you take two steps back and you can see the big picture. or sometimes it was a small detail that you never notice. It's really magical. And I've done these that morning, Pedrito. I was dealing with a problem for the entire morning, and everything that I tried, uh, the, the time, whenever I tried something different, the situation became worse. And I was like, no, it's not possible that this is not happening. Let me try that one. Oh no, it's worse right now. And then I go, okay, I'm going to have lunch and to take a break. And then when I came back, totally different, something like, oh, it was obvious. How can I didn't notice these or didn't notice that? So it's really important. I agree with all of you guys. Sometimes we feel like you're exhausted. We need to set up our time to manage our time properly. I agree with you, Walden. It's important for, I don't know, I believe you, Kelvin, I don't know if all of you works home office. I work at home. You, Walden, everybody works at home office. Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, your loved ones, they are trying to interact with you. You have a tons of things to do. If you own a house, you have to fix this, fix that, or to help your wife or help your partner. I don't know. Even if you live alone, man, it's really hard. Hard. I'm not complaining. I prefer 100 times work at home than going to the office, but it's hard to be disciplined. I remember a friend of mine asking me, "Don't you play video game while working?" And I was like, "What?" Oh, I have friends that plays PlayStation, plays PlayStation while that's why makes no sense. So I respect so much my
His work at
job.
Google.
Yeah, no, it's funny. It's funny. These paying institutions, it's funny, but man, I have so much to do. It is impossible to me to chill out, to playing anything. But that's good. That's awesome.
I
So,
working with my joystick in front of me,
mm,
and I don't play almost nothing. Only the weekends. It's so sad. Every day this country in my front of me. However, I don't touch it.
yeah, but I know you for at least 2 months, and I know that you are working hard, studying every single day, and we are not in the mood to do this kind of things. At least I think we are not on the mood. We have so much to deal with, and but it's really interesting. So, Pedrito, do you mind read and answer the second question to us? Do you have the questions there?
Yeah, let me see. How do you feel after a long day without any rest? Oh, I feel exhausting. I think every, everyone feels like that. Like your energy is drained and just out of your body. And uh, some days I just can't think anything. I just I just can rest and um, uh, watching something on my TV and do nothing. Just it.
Something like lay in the bed, staring the ceiling,
Yeah.
trying to organize your idea. Yeah. And it's funny because it's not physical tiredness, it's mental. I remember
Yeah.
before the pandemic, I was working on a garage as a mechanic, and I worked the entire day, and sometimes we extend our shift until 10 p.m., 11:30 because we had so much service to do, but it was something physical. And right now when it's 5 p.m., I'm exhausted. I stayed in the office the entire day doing nothing physical, all the stuff mental and coordinating schedule and talking with customers and solving problems. And I feel exhausted. And it's something like a long day without any rest. So it's interesting. It's interesting. What about you, Walzin? What do you think? How do you feel after a long period without any rest?
I feel like a zombie, half dead, half half full life, uh, because it's very very hard. My brain don't work before after my job day. And some people says you job in your house is very easy, it's very comfortable. Ah, it's very easy. Not so easy, never. And I'm out in my end of job all days. I'm very very tired, and sometimes I would like watch movies on TV, but I don't I don't give it up because as I'm very tired. I prefer sleep than watching movie because it's very very tired. And when I stop my job, I want to take a shower. I want to have a dinner with my family and sleep in some. Every day I sleep in 10 p.m., 11 p.m. In the work days. I sleep in this time because I'm very very tired.
Yesterday I went to bed 9 p.m. So you can have idea. You can have an idea. Kelvin, you are the youngest among us. You have the opportunity to jump out this boat.
I totally agree with you guys. Uh, all work is not easy. However, the people say that easy because it's more comfortable when we compare with presential works. It is true. However, work is working. We are putting our energy to do something the entire day. So in the end of the day, we feel a lack of energy. We have no power. If I try to watch something in 10 minutes, I am sleeping. I can't. So it's more mental uh, cansaço, I'm not gonna say. And but uh, to spend my body energy too, I try to make some exercise, go to the gym, and then the day I have no mental energy, no body energy, I have energy for nothing. I just want to lay down and sleep. And yeah, I think it's it. We have no energy. No one can have energy if he stay the entire day make things that you use so much effort.
Don't you think that there's some responsibility involved? I mean, the amount of responsibility that you take or the importance that you give to your job, it's directed, connected to the mental tiredness or something like that. Because we always know some people that they have the same shift as us, sometimes the same job, and they are okay. They never feel like, oh, that's fine. Of course, maybe they have a lack of responsibility, maybe don't take their jobs too seriously. I mean, I believe sometimes we care too much about our jobs. Kelvin?
Yeah, it's talking a little bit more about responsibility. It's not the theme of the immersion, however, talking a little bit more about this. I feel it because between my friends, I have the more sensible condition, so I needed to grow up so fast. I can say because in my house, I only have me, my mom, and my sister. And I think I said more immersions ago. So we don't have so much money. So I started to working in computer when I have 17, I think. And I started to study so hard because I want to uh, to give more one better condition for my family. And basically now I have the responsibility to buy the things uh, buy the things, pay the bills, things like that. I have so many responsibilities because I don't. It's not fault of anyone. Unfortunately, it's happened with someone, and then when I saw some of my friends, it's totally different because they have a. I won't say easy, but easier more than my life. So they spend money with minor responsibility when I think in spending 100 reais, I think, oh my God, so much money. And some of my friends said, it's only 100. And when I compare this, I think when we have different situations of kind of people, we see that when we have the same actions, like working, go to the gym, the things, the amount of responsibilities uh, uh, get more energy of you, so you get more tired.
Kelvin, I am married, so here at home lives my wife and my kid. I believe Pedrito and Molson are married as well, right? We are the men of the house. And you are the man of your house, even though you are not married yet. So you feel responsibility for your mom, for your sisters, isn't it? So you are having something really early in your life. And maybe this is a gift because imagine if you have similar life as your friends. They are not preparing themselves to leave this world. I mean, you have years of advantage on them. Maybe they have parents with a lot of money, stuff like that, but it doesn't matter. You are being prepared for life the hardest way, I would say. But that's good, man. You are healthy. You have the opportunity. You are always struggling to be the best as you can. And I can say that because you are always here, you are always trying, you're always participating, not only on that immersion, but studying, learning so much more. And Pedrito, you also and I that I have at least 10 years ahead of you working. And I believe Walls and Pedrito, the same situation, they can tell you it's not that easy. So you have to be all the time studying all the time, but you have an advantage. You want to do something, you want to make the difference. I would say something like a coach session, right? But I like it that I like it that you mentioned that you have responsibilities, so you work hard, and sometimes you need a break because you're a human, you're a human being as well. So that's interesting to talk about it. And let me see, Walson, can you read and answer the third question? But we can stay talking about these subjects because there is a relationship between them. I mean, responsibility, taking breaks, taking things seriously. I would say it's really interesting to talk about it. Please go ahead, Walls.
Yeah. What do you usually do during your breaks? my breaks and for example, my breaks in the weekdays, and I lay on my sofa and watch TV, and this is my preferred my preferred my preferred breaks in my weekdays. And the weekends, I like so much watching watching soccer. Sometimes make I running with my daughter. My daughter likes so much running, and sometimes me and my daughter running together. And my city have a long a long path to people running 6 kilometers, and sometimes me and my daughter running together is I like so much, and my life is about my free times. This is, but sometimes I fishing. I fish with my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law likes so much fishing, and my my partner, my fishing partner, I like so much fishing too.
Do you drink cachaça, Walls?
No, no, no.
No?
Cachaça,
You
coke.
cannot fish. You cannot fish without drinking alcohol.
I don't drink soda. I don't drink soda. I don't drink beer. I don't drink cachaça.
Alcohol, nothing.
No, no, no. Only Joyce and water.
I will never invite you to a fishing. I'm
I
joking. I'm joking.
I
I
fish.
don't drink alcohol as well.
I fish. I fish to catch fish. I don't fish to
Ah,
drink a
that,
beer.
cool, cool, cool. Thanks. Pedrito, what do you do usually during your breaks?
Yes, I try to stretch my body, stretch my back, my arms, my neck, and maybe do some exercise to do this or doing this. Uh, Watching news too at the TV or on my cell phone, seeking about new facts, things about that, and try to to keep up with my messages, my with WhatsApp, for example, and my family, my wife. I think, and they in this in the work days, in the weekends. Some days I travel near here in a countryside, visit my mother-in-law, uh, and fishing as well as wasn't, and doing some things in the nature with my daughter, riding a horse or other things like that.
So the question, do you go fishing with or without alcohol?
It depends the company and the hour.
Don't you go to São Pedro do Sul or Mata to
Yes, Toropi at
Toropi?
you read it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know the region. It's really good. When I went there, I drink alcohol at that time. Right now, I don't drink anymore, but I was used to drink at that time. I remember.
It's good to relax.
Yeah. Cool, thanks. Kelvin, what about you? What do you usually do during your breaks?
During my breaks, during the week, I basically stay at home, so I watch something with my girlfriend or play video games with my friends. And the weekend, I like to do the same things. However, when I have more time, I like to do exercise and go out to visit a restaurant, to go for a shopping, uh, walk a little bit, not stay only at house. Sometimes I have some different tours. Like I didn't go out to a fishing directly. However, I went to a, I don't know if the name correct in English, a pesca e pague, fishing and buy. It's basically it's a place to fishing some fish, and when you get, you save it on a bucket, and the end of your day to take the weight of it and pay by kilograms. So it's not natural fishing in a place. However, it was cool too. And basically it is it. And now I'm trying to organize more travel. In my vacations, I travel for on another state, stay for 3 days, and I would like to do more in the future too.
Cool, great. Can you hear me, guys? Because I have to switch my
We
headset.
can.
Oh, great. All right. So, Pedrito, do you mind to read and answer the fourth question to us?
Okay. Do you think people work too much these days? Why? Maybe, yes. People having to working much nowadays. Maybe the crisis in our world and in our country, the money is not the same value than before, and we need to work more to save the same money, or to, yeah, to get the same money. But nowadays in some companies too, the people have to do more work too, than uh, before, maybe to restricting people, restricting the money to contract new people. It occurs a lot nowadays.
It's interesting that you mentioned that. And regarding our currency losing its value, there's a meme that says, well, in my grandparents' time, to buy a house, 10,000 bucks. In my turn, 400,000 bucks. Same house.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Something like that. You can exchange a car, a chicken, blah blah blah, some coins to in a house, and right now it's something like 400, 500, half a million to buy a house or an apartment depending on the region. Of course, we have
Yeah,
different regions,
I
different prices.
saw I saw something like in now 100 reais. The value of it is
13.
in 94 was 14 reais, and now is 100 reais, the same value.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, it explains that we have the 200 bucks bill because only 100 are not enough, are not sufficient. But, so, can you hear the thunder? No? I believe noise canceling is working well. All right. So, what about you, Kelvin? What do you think people work too much these days?
I think we have two sides, and they both are extremos. We have the people that work a lot because, like Pedrito said, I think the majority of companies of work is demand so much of your employers, and the people should work so much for this company. And or if you try to open your business, it's not easy to. You work so much until you get some money, and I think this is the hard way. And you have the other side that I saw some news that said that not kids, but uh, old, young people, like adolescents, people with 20 years, don't want to work because don't want. Mainly if you need, they don't want. So I think we have to side, and the both side. And I think the major is the first side, the people working so much because if you like or not, you should work to get money. However, we have the side of the people that don't want you working because it's so stressful. You put so much effort in a thing that you want to do, you want to make other things, and it it is true we want to do other things. However, we work because we need the money. Then I think they have both sides.
Do you remember Mamonas Assassinas? Money que é good nós não have, se nós revasse, nós não tava aqui workando, e o nosso work ia playar.
Yeah.
This is the kind of thing that I store in my mind instead of usable things. Wow, then it's your turn. What do you think?
Well, I think the people work so much in these days because in Brazil, cost of life is very high. I always visit supermarket. I see the food, the cost of food is very high. Every day I go to the supermarket. The price of meat, the price of general supermarket is very high, and the cost of life is very high in Brazil. I see my bills, my light bills, my water bills, is my phone bills, my net bills, and we custom with comfortable my in the life, and internet, cell phone, and the disease have a high cost, and but in Brazil is the taxes of the bills, the taxes of the general food is very high, and because the people works a lot, and the most more, but is very hard to live in Brazil.
It's hard to maintain a house. I mean, to be. I can say that I am privileged, and I can say that I live in a bubble because we ate beef every single day. Well, beef, chicken, fish. Can you imagine that some people doesn't have to, or they have to choose which they can eat? The mistura, they call it mistura. It's really hard, man. Kelvin?
Yeah. Uh, you said this. I remember today I both meet, and it's basically more than 100 of meat every week for only three people.
And it's
It-
not picanha, it's not filet mignon,
no,
it's regular meat.
yeah,
That's the
I don't
problem.
know. Yeah, I don't know the name in English, but it's basically patinho, chão mole, basic meat. The
Regular meat, not the premium ones.
Yeah, the kilogram is like 40 bills, one kilogram. And then I
Or
remember, I think 2 years ago, I only eat chicken because 1 kilogram of chicken is 10 bills. I was so happy. And now 1 kilogram of chicken is 22 bills in my city. In only 2 years, the price basically double. It's it's crazy.
but thanks God you are able to buy these amount of beef a week. So we have to be grateful We have to keep doing whatever we need. Look, I have shared the URL of survey. I really enjoyed our conversation. I apologize. I'm not in the mood tonight. I'm really exhausted. I need to take a break, as our conversation talks about. So it was nice to meet you, Pedrito. I already know for a long time Walzen and now Kelvin, I'm sorry. So please be here next week if you can, so we can have a nice conversation again. We can discuss about these interesting topics, and please evaluate our conversation. If there's something you didn't like, please write down. But if you like it, write down as well. Okay. So I wish you have a good one, and let's wrap this up. Right?
Thank you, guys.